wraps things up. So I'd like to, at some reasonable time, say, hey, look what I got, make a big deal about it. You understand? In other words, I know in the grand scheme of life, it's not important to people. I take this show seriously, and I've got...
In the grand scheme of life, or in the grand scheme of things, the idea is to do what they say, take a look at the bigger picture, to look at the things that are the most important and to focus your energies on them, and not to pay too much attention to the smaller things, which may seem important right now, but are not that important in the grand scheme of things or in the grand scheme of life. So for example, if you bounce a check, you might be upset about that for a while, maybe even like a full day. But in the grand scheme of life, one bounced check is not that important. There's other things to focus on that are more important. In the grand scheme of things, what company you start with is not necessarily the most important thing, because over time you may switch from one company to the next and your career will keep growing as your skills improve. So it's more important to focus on your skill development than on who you're working for. In the grand scheme of life, there will be a lot of positive things going on, and there will be a lot of negative things as well. If you were to look at it on a board, it would look a lot like a checkerboard with good and bad all mixed in together. So it's important to realize when bad things happen that good things will also happen too, and to try to focus your energies on the good and not be so concerned about the bad.
Please don't carry me through this again.
Okay. Well,
Look, it's no skin off your people's nose to do something decent.
The max I can afford is $400 a show.
Bullshit.
No skin off your nose refers to some event which may be negative, but it does not affect you directly, and so you're more or less saying that you don't particularly care. So if somebody were to get hurt and you feel that you might get upset because of that, you also might say, well, it's no skin off my nose if that other person, something bad happens to the other person, because I don't care much about them anyway. Similarly, no skin off your nose can refer to some activity that you're asked to participate in where it's not going to be that much trouble. So for example, if you're asked to come in work an hour early, the boss might say, well, it's no skin off your nose to come in an hour early for once in your life. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that much trouble for you. The other day, the big boss came into the office and announced that he was going to lay off 20% of the salespeople. But since I'm the top performer in the office, it's no skin off my nose if all those people lose their jobs, because I know my job is secure. I'm getting married next week, and one of my best friends called and said that he couldn't come to the wedding. I was a little upset, but still, it's no skin off my nose if he doesn't want to come to the wedding. ESL-fullsteamahead.com